Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Friday, and that means it's Chat Gauntlet Day. The Gauntlet format was chosen. We were debating between more Amonkhet Remastered or some Cube, and Cube won out. So we're going to be drafting David Vero's Historic Cube. It's a heavily powered all-arena legal cube. There are some omissions for fun. I believe Oko is not in this cube because Oko is not that fun. Very powerful. We know that. I did actually try and I did some homework last night. I looked at David's cube list and was trying to take in some of the cards and make sure that I understand what's going on with a lot of the choices. And let me tell you, there's a lot going on in this cube. This is a cube clearly that is supporting a lot of build around and sweet strategies. So I should say, and I'm excited about that. I'm nervous though, as those of you who watch for a long time know, my bargain that I made for no good reason whatsoever, other than to make chat happy, is and to, I guess, be prideful, is I said if chat can ever 07 me, they get to decide what happens to my hair above the neck, except for my eyebrows, because I 7-0'd chat and saved my eyebrows there. Hair's getting long, a lot of material to work with. If you can 07 me, if chat can go 6-1 or 5-2, we visit the store and we're going to get some bling for chat on our main free-to-play account here. Actually, this is not where we're at, but I will. I'll worry about that in a minute. Anyway, so there is stuff on the line, even though we're playing casually. So always a little bit of pressure on me to get that first win and save my hair for the weeks. And I believe I'm on a 2-week losing streak. I have not had to give up the bling yet, but I lost 3-4 2 weeks in a row here, so I'm trying to break my streak. I'm going to try to do it with Cube. And I was saying before we started the YouTube spiel that I was especially I'm always nervous about playing Cube on Gauntlet days because I want to try doing sweet stuff. But sometimes you go for sweet stuff while cubing and it breaks bad and you have a train wreck. Nothing can train wreck like a cube deck. So if there's a format where you could get me on the 07, it would be it would probably be a cube where if I get a little bit too fancy, I can end up run aground, so to speak. So we're going to see if that happens to me today. But also the thing is, I could say, well, I'm just going to play it safe, but you can train wreck yourself trying to play it safe in Cube too. You end up with a pile of fine but not powerful enough stuff, and you can make the mistake in the other direction too. Cube is always very challenging. I'm going to talk through my thought process on it as best I can. I'm hardly the greatest cube master in the world, but I've certainly done it a ton and have my approach to it. So we're going to talk about that as we play. I want to talk about my sponsor, Card Kingdom. Before we do that, though, Card Kingdom are purveyors of your physical Magic stuff. If you wanted to build this cube in paper, I know where you could get most of it. You could probably get most of it today. I think if you downloaded this cube list, uploaded it into the deck editor on cardkingdom.com via my affiliate link, you could. I'd be surprised if there were missing cards from an historic cube. You know, from arena legal cards. I bet they have most arena legal cards at the ready, unless something got super hot for some reason. That happens sometimes. They're doing a lot of turnover on their inventory as well, and they're always looking to fill any gaps they have to meet your needs and get you one-stop shopped when it comes to Magic. And yeah, Deck Pricer is nice. It's a little bit buried in the UI. You kind of got to dig for it a little bit. But there's a deck builder, I think is the exact feature that it's called. But basically, you can import your text list or your comma separated values or whatever, and have it shop for you and find the best prices they have at Card Kingdom for the cards you're looking for. You can even indicate grade. You know, I don't want anything less than lightly played, that kind of thing, or I'll only take near mint. So lots of tools for you to get what you need at cardkingdom.com. And I just ask that anytime you need to do some shopping in the Magic world and you think to go to Card Kingdom, if you remember me in my little stream here, you can go via my affiliate link and help me out with some Card Kingdom representation. So thank you for that. We're going to hop over now. And today is our chat gauntlet day. As I said, we're drafting Cube, but not on Arena. We're going to hop off and draft on a third-party website and then import our decks and battle using the friend challenge system. So let's see. I'm going to hop over here and make sure this all looks good. And I think that does look fine. So I will take... Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate that. Looks like Hat is running this event. Anytime Hat is doing the ready check. So this is, again, this third-party website, mtgadraft.herokuapp.com, where we have uploaded our custom card pool, 540 card Cube. Cube is a weird thing to draft because it's kind of like drafting a constructed deck more than a typical draft deck, which is, it kind of inverts the importance of things. Suddenly, dual lands and seemingly innocuous medium power utility cards become the most important thing. Like, it's more important to get a 2-mana removal spell than some big finisher, because the big finishers, there's plenty of those. Not that you can't start there, but anyway, like, I see the things that leap out at me are the kind of good in any deck. Lava Coil, Negate is always going to get something. Essence Scatter, in the flip side of Negate, is frequently going to get something. Then we get a lot of the build-arounds that I'm talking about being pretty heavy in these in this cube. Hydroid Krasis is just a fine place to start in terms of heavy value card. Bolas' Citadel is a big build around. So is Massacre Worm, if we want to do some, weenie control slash reanimation potentially. Also just has a big effect on the game. Raise Boar is interesting build around as well. So really our question is, are we going for something very generic that is going to be played in any deck of that we do, or do we want to do a busted build around? So like Citadel is a kind of interesting build around. I kind of want to go Massacre Worm or Krasis. Thassa is interesting too. There's a Blink theme that I haven't played with in this format before. I think Thassa starting early and then building around seems really interesting to me. The Massacre Worm's really interesting too, though. But what if we start with Thassa and see if Blinky build around is available? Kind of want just Krasis though. So many good cards here, just tempting the heck out of me. I don't think we wheel the worm. Jinx, I don't know. Picking a card is overrated. We'll just let the system do it. All right, Mirari Conjecture, Shark Typhoon, Agent of Treachery. Mirari Conjecture is a card I would love to build around here, and Shark Typhoon kind of goes with it. But Agent of Treachery, if we do the Thassa Blink, is dumb, right? So Agent, let's try it. That makes me want Ramp, though. When you say clock, what are you worried about? My clock? Or I had the one selected I want. I didn't know if there was the midnight clock that you were suggesting I take or something. But yeah, Blink, build around into best Blink target seems fine. Are we the bad guys? Okay, well, it's Friday. I'm supposed to be the bad guy. I'll lean into my role. So, in all seriousness, though, what should we be thinking about in terms of supporting this? White is the other Blink color and has good control cards, so maybe we're white blue, trying to be white, blue, blink, controlling until we just bounce everything with the agent. Black is pretty controlly. We could just take Spectral Sailor, or yeah, Spark Double. Spark Double is more nonsense. I don't want to get too high end though. We could also get just like a Llanowar Elves and actually work on the ramp side and be blue green ramp. Tron likes, a couple people like Visionary over Llanowar. I presume that's because of the blink interactions. But I don't know if we want that blink interaction over just ramp. Like if we were going to take green, I would rather just take the ramp and get some more blink targets as they come. Cavalier of Dawn is interesting, but I bet we can wheel that. Sensor is good too. You know, you're not wrong. This is like, maybe I'm not being adult enough and should be taking more of these 2-mana utility cards, because if we just get a bunch of powerful late game and and we don't take things like the Sensor, that could be trouble too. Peace Pusher likes the ramp. So it looks like there's Sensor, Spark Double, Llanowar Elves, and Visionary are the cards being called out. I guess I'm going to take Spark, although I think Sensor is an interesting alternative. Paradise Druid jumps out at me here as more ramp we could pick up on. Blinking Gary is interesting. Quench just as an alternate, you know, also like the Sensor pick would be pretty good. Could take Harbor, but I like Paradise Druid here. Let's get our ramp on. This could set us up for turn 3 Thassa, for example. And if we untap the Paradise Druid, it becomes hexproof. Like, Thassa resetting Paradise Druid to not be targetable is not a bad floor for Thassa blinking. Yeah, Muldrotha is fun, but we already have our fun established now. I kind of want to establish making our fun work. And let's see, who's passing to us? We've got Chimero shipping us cards right now. This is a ultimate non-bow. We do not want to be playing Kira with our with our targeted blink, because it would just counter all of our targeting. Better not be on that. I guess Dream Eater is a possibility. Elspeth Conquers Death if we want to do the potentially Bant control. Is Vanifar even really what we're doing here? I mean, I guess if we find ETB stuff and then blink them, that's not bad. I kind of like Elspeth Conquers Death. But Prime Speaker is interesting. But yeah, Kira, total non-bow. We're not taking Kira. Yeah, Vanifar might wheel. I think that's a good call too. But what do we want if we not? Are we taking, like, let's say we weren't taking this because we we're going to be clever and wheel it. Are we looking for Temple Garden? Give us a chance to be Bant. You know, I kind of like taking on... Well, I don't hate the Hush, but we don't have white yet. I mean, if we take a white card, I kind of feel like we should be taking Elspeth Conquers Death and blink that. I mean, it's permanent, right? Creature. No, it's creature. Never mind. Can't blink that. So, oh, what did we take? Oh, I took the land. Sorry, I thought I had more time. Trying to be aware of that. But that was bad. We could take Grazer to do some ramp and then blink. I guess blinking the ape, though. Pretty cool. Could also take Glare, which has the counter spell aspect to it. I don't know how, you know. Let's take the ape. We got to figure out our low end still, but I like where this is headed. This is interesting. What's going on now? Take a Temple of Plenty to continue giving ourselves a Bant angle. Terramander is a finisher here. Heath could splash. Could take Carrion Dryad. I don't know. This is like a bunch of stuff that kind of does stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, there's a suggestion for Kenrith, but do we really care about Kenrith here? I like kind of being on the land. Yes, land sets us up for really adding white. Between 2 lands and Paradise Druid, we can add white easy. Riz is interesting, but not really in plan. I like the temple. Now as long as I kind of took the first temple without thinking too much, we can take Heath or Temple of Plenty. This allows us to splash either of the other 2 Bant colors. This gives us a scry. They're pretty close. But I'm going to go with Temple of Plenty. I hear you on the Heath, though. Maybe I'm wrong on that. This is one of the cards I was looking at going, wait, how do I make this work in this cube, you know? There's Thriving Isle, though, we could grab as a reasonable pickup here. Kiora does help ramp, but it's looking for power 4, and we really only have Kogla here. I think Thriving Isle is fine. Kiora could end up being what we want, but I think I'm going to take Thriving Isle. Love having good mana, and we do have a nice avenue into white now. Citadel Wield. So did Scatter, though. So did the Triome, which is 2 on color. Lava Coil came back around. Some decent control stuff here. But I think we just want the Scatter over the Triome. Kiora is Ramptron. You're not wrong. Kiora would have been fine on that axis. But I did like I took the land, right? I think there's enough ramp that we can find some ramp, and I liked the getting that fixing. Scatter there seems good to me, getting some extra low drops here. Yeah, As Foretold just looks like this build around value card that I wasn't. And also another, David, how do we use Omniscience? What's your vision for cheating Omniscience into play? I was starting to look for cards that had without paying its mana cost, because I figured that was part of the angle. Conjecture comes back. I don't know if Conjecture actually does anything for us quite in this deck, but I don't know what I'm taking if I don't. I mean, we could take a Pack Rat in case we splash black and just decide this is our win con. Golos, sure. Mirari Conjecture is something I really would like to build around in this cube, but we're just not there today, so I'm going to take Pack Rat, I think. I'm going to take Conjecture anyway. I'm taking Conjecture anyway. Censor comes back. That's really interesting. Cavalier, good to blink too. Visionary, we talked about blinking that. I do like 2 mana counters, but this does work with our plan, and we're clearly green. Or I shouldn't say we're clearly green. I think we want to be. Another 2 mana counter would be nice, but this is nice to see that basically all the Bant stuff is here for us to consider. I don't know about this Archive Keeper. I'm just going to take land. Prime Speaker does come back, so I guess we're going to try and do that. Kira, Nanbo, Dream Eater, fine, but not essential here. It's not really what we're doing. Blinking it would be okay. Dream Eater's fine. I don't know. I was pretty whatever about it. We'll take Grazer here. Maybe run it. Wouldn't be a bad blink if we got flooded and wanted to activate it a couple times, but really I see it as, you know, Prime Speaker can get us to Visionary on it. Terramander, another 1 mana we could run. Yeah, it's Surveils 4. It's not a useless blink. I'm not saying it's not. I just like I'm enamored, I guess, with the possibilities around Speaker. Build around upside on Speaker. Time Raveler seems fine. Fine. Only one of the better cards. But Thrix also be fine. But we got this ability to splash white. I say we use it on one of the known better cards on Arena. Don't know if we're playing Conjecture yet. Don't even know if we're playing Speaker. We need a clear CMC curve out, a clear path for Speaker if we're going to run it. Could possibly lean harder into the white if we find Wraths, like a double white Wrath effect. We could still take that, look to get even more fixing and have this be more control, and then take over with blink stuff after we've taken control. Lovestruck Beast. We're looking for stuff we want to blink or that helps us get there. I'm going to put a hold on Lovestruck. We can also just take Fibblethip. Fibblethip blinking is like having another one of these Visionaries. I bet we could wheel it. That's one of the things I'm thinking. I don't think that the table cares much about Fibblethip. So I think we take a chance on wheeling the Fibblethip. I don't want to go first pick on it. I'd rather take something like Chemister's Insight for some just hardcore good card draw. Granted, we're trying to card draw by like blinking Visionary and stuff. But what else are we blinking happily? Not much. I mean, I still kind of like Lovestruck Beast. Or even Serendib. Like, these are medium threes, but I really think we'll probably wheel this flip. And yeah, Lovestruck helps us get to the late game. 5/5 blocker against aggro weenie, that kind of thing. I'll take it. We'll see if we're right about wheeling our buddy. Oh, hopefully Nantuko comes back there. Solemn seems like the pick to me here, but let's see what else we do have some other things demanding consideration. God Eternal Kefnet, a fine way to try to close things out. But yes, this is a great blink and pod target, right? So I think we should just take Solemn. Grow is good, but Solemn and Grow do a similar job, right? In terms of ramp and draw, card advantage. But Solemn does it exactly how a lot of the other cards in our deck are working. I do like the Kraken. I do like the God. I even like Mu Yanling. But we're gonna take Solemn. Solemn seems right on point for us. Wouldn't mind some more pinpoint white removal if we don't get sweepers. Manglehorn could provide some control. We are playing best of one today. Alloy Mirror. not quite the ramp we want, but it is ramp. We could take it. Dryad is fixing and ramp. Sun's Nemesis, not quite where we're at. Cavalier's not bad. Yeah, that could be our 5. We don't have anything in our 5 slot, and we need to fill all the 5, 4, 3, 2, etc. if we're going to run that one card. Maybe we don't. I mean, that's the other thing. But Blinky Cav is nice looking, right? Okay, we'll take the Blinky Cav. Oh, no, as I say, didn't we have this? It was a different one. Well, here's a Realm Cloaked Giant. That is a Wrath. We probably have the fixing to be able to do that at 5. I do kind of like it. We could take Brineborn Cutthroat as well. I think we're operating somewhat at instant speed. But yeah, Manglehorn, if we wheel it, will be interesting. I think we can take a Realm Cloak, though. We're only pack 2. Dino Bird. If we were more aggro, sure, but this is kind of a card that keeps Oppo's defenses down. I'm going Realm Cloaked. Try and make that work. Yeah, Time Traveler giving stuff flash for supporting the aggro dude, but it's a little more tempo than I want to be. We could take Seal Away for more holding against that. Oh, we have Thunderherd. We even have dinos, right? Didn't I put it? No, we have an ape. Oracle. Seal Away is good if we can get there. I like the Spell Pierce as well. Spell Pierce. Sneaky, sneaky. I think I'm going Spell Pierce. Go for the cheap interaction. Cheap no sir. Vantress is a free spell slot kind of pick. Commit. So commit, we get to bounce. Continue to try to look for blink stuff as well. Thriving Grove, though. I guess this is a tutor, yeah. We could do this to find the piece we're looking for. I'm in. Still want some ramp, though. Only really have the Visionary. Grazer, I guess, is technically ramp. Solemn is a little bit of ramp. But like now, maybe I'd like that. Ooh, Temple of Mystery is right on target color-wise, and Cloud Shift is in our Blink game plan. But maybe Harpooner to, again, make sure we're doing stuff early and having things to sack. We can also take Baron as good Blink, good ETB, so it's a good both Thassa target and Prime Speaker target. So let's take Baron. We have pretty good mana, too. I hate passing on color dual lands when we're 3 colors in a cube, but I like that we have a solid 4 helping us on that front right now. Yeah, Blinking Harpooner, also tempting. What do we got here? Fiend Artisan. This is playable for us, but is it any good? Creature cards in graveyard. Sacrifice another creature. Search your library. Yeah, so this is another... yeah, we could take Karn as well. Is this any good for us? I guess we take Karn. Yeah, Fiend Artisan is what we're doing-ish, but I don't even think we're there yet. Like, right now, I don't necessarily think we're playing Prime. All right, well, we'll take the Artisan in case we end up there. Karn is fine, but I'm going to take the Artisan since it's the kind of the plan we're looking to move toward. We could take Birth. Can't blink it, though. Flood of Tears could be a control element for us. Burglar blinks well if we've got the things to find with it, but we don't have a ton going on creature-wise. I mean, yes, we have some. I don't think this is going to find much for us. I don't think this is where we are at. I would rather have like a Flood of Tears available as a desperation playable that keeps us alive. Kraken comes around and makes me happy, but we have Grow. We could consider also Champ of Lamho. Creatures of Power. Yeah, we don't want Champ. I think we just want Kraken. Oh yeah, good point. I was asking David what stuff he saw working well with Omniscience, and Flood of Tears allows you to get Cheat and Omniscience into play. You think Champ will be good? I'm going with Kraken. Manglehorn is also nice. We'll run that. It's best of one. Ideally, you bring this in out of the board, but I think with our desire to sack stuff anyway, like we can either leave the Manglehorn in if it's doing well, and if not, we sack it to go get Thassa, you know? Brineborn comes back around, so does the Stormwing entity. Are we doing enough with stuff to do Brineborn? This wants instants or sorceries. We're not quite in that deck. I'm going to go with the Brineborn here. Strategic planning. That's true. That would be a 5. We have another pack of cards, though, so I think we'll be okay. Maybe we play the planning. Probably not, but I don't think we need Sapmaker. Enter the God Eternals if we wanted to find black, but we'll just probably take the Clutches here unless there's something incredible. Questing Beast could be incredible. Branching Evolution. Counter Matters. Right now I'm on Clutches. I don't see much pulling me off. I take this Evolving Wilds on the wheel if it's there. Questing Beast would be great. It's really Clutches versus Beast. We can look at... We don't have any 6s. It's true, Tron. Sometimes the Beast is just too much. But Clutches, oh my goodness. I'm taking Clutches. I can't pass it. You're right, though. Beast is excellent. Beast is, as they say, a beast. Ooze. I like an ooze. Fits in our curve and poses entire strategies. Still looking for some ramp. Silent Departure, interesting. Murmuring Mystic, another card I would like to make work in this cube, but not the time for it. Thoughtseize, excellent. I'm taking the ooze, though. This isn't really a 2, but I am liking how our early game is shaping up to give us some defense. I bet we wheel Tef. We'll see. That Teferi is fine, but it seems like it's in for self-mill shenanigans, and if nobody's in that, I bet it kind of wheels. But it's fine. Maybe it won't wheel because it can be played in any blue deck. Gilded Goose is kind of what is going to get my goose. We got Ram Through and Raminap Excavator for graveyard shenanigans, but Goose is loose, baby. This is exactly what we want. This can help us ramp, and then if we're done with it, use one of our pod-type cards to find a 2-drop instead. Do we have any real removal? Not really. We have Agent of Treachery and Bolus's Clutches, so really we're looking to copy and steal. But that's why I've said if we can look, I'm looking out for Oblivion Ring. Like I want pinpoint white removal that we can grab. But I hear you. It's not real. Like when I think removal, I think 2 to 3 mana, pinpoint 1/1, get rid of a thing, right? So we got some sweepers, we've got some interaction, but we don't have pure removal. Pacifism is some removal. Yorion. We got so many playables. We just take Yorion and go big. Night Veil Sprite, quite a tool for finding what you're looking for. But Yorion's kind of the ultimate blink, right? If we're trying to blink stuff, we should take Yorion. So yeah, we should take it. I mean, it might wheel because of that. Didn't we try to wheel something else that didn't wheel, by the way, in the last pack? I can't remember. Or is that this pack? Anyway, we'll take the card that's kind of here for our deck, especially since we're light on 5s anyway. I don't think we're going to companion Yorion, but happy to just play a 4/5 blinker. Mass Manipulation is something I like the idea of here. Archdruid is ramp. Great Shark is an interesting counterspell because it works. It's kind of our style of counterspell for sure. But I think we take Mass Manipulation and continue to look for ramp and ramp and removal. This is kind of removal again, but let's get big. Right now we're going to get run over, though. I'm a little worried about our ability to make it to us doing silly shenanigans, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, David, I think probably correctly, or certainly at the time correctly, passed a bunch of the Oblivion Ring effects, but there's still some left. I don't think we've seen Faith's Fetters. That would be a really nice one. Another Tef we could consider. We're not doing the Helm thing, but we could do the Wrath thing. Just take a Wrath of God and lean on our fixing here. Wrath is a bit of a non-bow. I mean, what are we trying to do, right? Are we trying to chain up our dudes or kill them all? I think Teferi is a little more on plan and a little easier for us to cast. I'm going to take Tef. Also, do you think we're a Coco deck? I don't think we have enough qualifying creatures for Coco. We have lots, but you need lots, right? You need a lot. I don't even know if we're playing all these. That's the other thing. Could cut the throat. Pteramander, Grazer are all medium in my mind. Scape Shift, interesting, but Brazen Borrower does the job. Oh, Archive is a ramp. Archive is nice ramp, but I really like the Borrower for survival. Gonna have to go with survival over ramp. Interaction too important. Yeah, and Borrower is on theme, although Blinking Borrower does what? I mean, doesn't get us more petty theft. However, maybe what you're saying is, like, we can at least get petty theft cast, play the Borrower, and then sack the Borrower to move up in the chain. Oh, sorry. Ooh, hello. Oh man, Ramp, which is what I want, but Nightpack Ambusher, which is kind of a can win you the game on its own type card. I really want Ramp. But I am going to believe in the power of the Ambusher here. This is a card I will first pick. Bat Meme says Ramp is important. I get it, but I can't pass the Ambusher. I think it's that good. Like, I want Ramp because it gets us to our big end fast, and in a sense, Ambusher does that job too. Well, I failed to ramp to 6 early, but I played a Ambusher instead. Opt here. Yeah, maybe I overvalue this a little bit, but I love cards that, if left unchecked, just win the game on their own. Rights. Do we really? Let's see. Yeah, I guess we can take rights, where it might help us cast our big end. And Baffling End comes back late. We could also Silent Departure. That does help keep you going early. You know, keep you alive early. Murmuring Mystic, not really for us here. Yeah, I think we just take the end. But Departure and End do similar jobs. That's the thing. And Departure does the job twice, kind of. Yeah, maybe I'm going to go with Departure. It's a narrow one for me. They both do similar things. We can take a Forsake here and have some main deck hate on that front. We already have some graveyard hate. Well, yes. Baffling End gets rid of a 3 CMC card or less for good. Silent Departure bounces anything twice. Any creature, twice. So Night Veil Sprite calls for companioning. I don't think we have the cards. 41, 40, 39, 38, 3. Well, we could. You want to just companion? Style points. What are we doing with Wilderness Wreck? I guess there's worlds in which we play a Primal Might. I don't think so, though. No, it should work, right? I mean, if you challenge me to a 40 card and I have this companion, it should know companion rules and stuff. Guardian Project is interesting. I don't think we have the Coco tools. I'm not going to take Coco. I don't know if we play the Guardian either, but I think there's more of a chance of Guardian than not. All right. Kind of want to companion it just because all I need to do is save my hair, right? I wonder, like, I keep wanting to get into the deck, David. I don't know if there's anything wrong with the archetype. Maybe it has a challenge of getting you into it. Like, is Niv Mizzet in the cube? I don't know. What are the early cards that I'm going to see and go, oh man, I'm doing Spells Matter, right? Yeah. I think you can, I wouldn't worry too much. I think the tools are there. I just don't think anybody's done it yet. 42, 41, 40, 39, 38. So we could absolutely do a companioned Yorion, because that would be like cut one and and then we're done. I'm kind of tempted to do that. Did we get there on creatures for our curve up? We only have 2 at the 5. That's a little bit of a concern. I don't think we want to play... I mean, maybe we could play Mirari Conjecture. Maybe I'm just being lazy and I don't actually want to make the tough cuts that this deck is going to take. I kind of like... I'm going to export as is and import this as companion version. And then we will now build as though we weren't going to companion and see what that looks like. So if we're cutting companion and cutting down to normal, I'm going to reduce our lands so we see what's actually here. Now we need to say, okay, what are we doing? We're trying to blink and we're trying to pod. Blink pod is kind of what we're doing. So we need to defend ourselves while we blink and pod. I think... Oh, am I in the wrong account? Oops. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. This is companioned. I don't want to do the pull apart. I don't know if the Grazer does do something blinky, and it does sack, I suppose. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Grazer. This is going to be tough, though. Terramander can probably go. It's not really how we're trying to win. Planning, because something's got to give, and it's pretty weak. Cutthroat and Teferi do some stuff. But it's only sorcery spells. Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I forgot I was building over here. My bad. Hard for you to join me in the building process if you can't see what I'm doing. You want to see the creature curve? Probably cutting the conjecture. That's not doing it. Guardian Project. Could run the Guardian project, but we were just too heavy on 4s. Probably not running Flood. Yeah, so non-creature payoffs. Let's see, I'll put those here. Or just non-creatures. This is kind of in that realm. No pun intended. So there is our creature curve, right? Yeah, that's why I liked the idea of project here. It does Guardian Project works with all the Prime Speaker and the Fiend Artisan nonsense. Boy, this is a lot of cuts to make, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. That's 22 creatures. Manglehorn is good in best of 3, but you're right that maybe we should cut it as being too narrow for what we're up to here. I think we cut the Cutthroat. Yeah, Clutches belongs over here. That's true. Maybe we don't bother with the Wrath effect, and our Wrath is just like trying to steal a bunch of their stuff. Then we're down to just splashing for the Teferis. See, I want a companion just because I don't want to cut anything more. This is agonizing. Maybe I do need to cut the Ambusher as like just not quite doing what we want here. Let me look. Wizard Lizard wants to not even worry about the white. I don't know if we're ramping hard enough to make it on just the blue-green, but I gotta cut something. What does that look like? If we're basically not doing the toolbox, I would cut the Fiend as well. This is interesting. Yeah, maybe I should companion and then come back. I think I'll let's companion so that I can stop thinking about this. It'll be interesting. I just have to save my hair. That's all I need. You guys can win some bling today. But I do want to get like a I'm going to export this just as a incomplete. Call it an incomplete 40. And then, sure. For science and laziness, I'm going to companion. No, I need to put Yorion in the companion slot. Just so. We really don't have any sideboarding. I guess we need to take the most non-Bowie thing we've got going on here and cut it. What did we... Oh, actually, yeah. Hold on. Let's get our land count correct, and then we'll know. Then we'll have a better. Anybody redeem lands and stuff? Oh, I see one redemption. I did straighten up my boxes. There were some complaints about my shoddy box layout. All right, wait a second here now. Where'd my chat go? I don't know what chat is saying. Terramander seems, it's fine. It's whatever. Terramander can get big, or we can nuke it to find something better. But we need to 41, 40, 39, 38, 37. Like, we want to cut one or two more. Spell Pierce. I get that it's not a great top deck in your 60 card monstrosity, but boy, if you can get this in the opener, you're pretty darn happy. Tron wants Mirage. All right, we'll start there. Let's get a white, a blue, and a green. $54 seems wrong. What are you doing, deck? How much land? Oh, I see. We need more than that, deck. So this would be 11, 12, 13 blue. 1, 9, 10, 11, 12 green, and 1, 2. We need 1 plains, for crying out loud. It took out my plains. Oh, was it not? It wasn't even you? Yeah, I assume. It's a reasonable reasonable heuristic, Tron. Reasonable heuristic. Cutting one island though, I think, is where we're at there. And then now what's our land count? Land is 23. Is 23 enough? We really kind of want the 24, right? So let's put the island back and then find our final cut. 24 plus ramp should be good, though. Worst card in the deck. I think I want the Forsake. We can always cycle it, and it could get something nice in best of one, but I could let the Terramander go, or the calls for Terramander, Spell Pierce, and Realm Cloaked. Let's see what people want. I'll pull it. What are we cutting? PTER for Terramander, or I'll say Dino. The Dino, Terramander, Pierce, PIERCE, Giant for Realm Cloaked Giant. Anything else? Start there. I'll cut whichever one of these you say we should, and we'll start playing. Kind of excited at my laziness here. You want to have more than You want like 25 lands. Now I'm gonna give this a. We're gonna try it this way. We always say cube is drafting constructed, right? So I'm gonna call it that. Drafting constructed. Because we do have a 60 card deck here. Oh yeah, thank you. Pierce in the board shouldn't matter, but if I come back later and decide to make change back, I do want it in our actual board, so fixing that, thank you. All right. Will this nonsense cost me my hair? That is the question. I hope not, but it would be funny if it does. Let's find out. Thank you for your patience on that build. Robert, aka Gargantuan, is our first opponent. We're going to go ahead and actually we want a challenge match, 40 cards, best of one. And let's get to Battlefield Right. Let's update this record. Let's par poll this. What do you think my record's going to be? How do we look? I like it. Sprite on 2, looking for land or whatever we need to get our Thassa down. If we have to, we spend turn 3 bringing Yorion to hand. Grazer, fine. Doesn't do much without incoming land, but we'll do that. A vision. I think we want visionary over Sprite, although Sprite does block Vanguard. Or actually, Grazer blocks Vanguard. Sprite threatens to block attacking 1/1. So let's play Sprite since it actually blocks an attacking Vanguard token. Would love a natural untapped land off the top, though, so that we can cast Guardian Project or Thassa. Crater Maker coming after our Sprite. That's rough. Gives Robert an attacker we can't kill. Did find what I wanted, which is a... oh, no, sorry, this is a wrong temple. I saw a green-white temple and thought it was Temple Garden. It is not Temple Garden. That means we go Visionary. That's interesting. Didn't have any way to save the mana to cast this, but we can Temple, look ahead. Bounce is decent here. Sets him back a token. Next turn we can bounce and play a Lovestruck Beast. A little slow, but I think we take it here. It's interaction. And I am willing to potentially trade this Visionary token for a 1/1 token from Robert. and then bounce the next one, and then we have ostensibly a 2/2 that sits around blocking the future ones. We'd love to Thassa and Blink Visionary, but right now I just want to live. So I'm not going to worry about giving up this particular combo. If we can Thassa Cavalier, we'll be fine, right? Dire Fleet. Boros just getting wide and strong. We're gonna go. Well, we could go Lovestruck Beast, play 5/5. That's pretty good on this board too. Potentially even bouncing. Yeah, Winota would really stink if that's up next. We're kind of done for. I do think I like Baron, Lovestruck Beast token, and we can send back like Adanto Vanguard or yeah, 5/5 stabilizes the board better, but we can basically stabilize the board with Baron and yeah, that's true. They're all humans, so the token isn't a human. Human vampire. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so I like bouncing the Vanguard, playing the Lovestruck Beast token. And then, because if we get Baron down, we can also go into Thassa next turn and start blinking Baron. Now, if one of these three cards is removal for Baron, we're in deep trouble. If Baron lives, though, and we can cast Thassa, we have a good shot here. All right, well, can't really beat much, so I'm not playing around anything. I guess I will block the the more power. But I like these blocks, and fingers crossed. All right, so let's go Thassa and start Baron blinking and see if that's enough to survive until we can get extra oomph. Oh, Cube. This is the deep end of limited magic for sure. So much complicated stuff going on. So much cards to read. So many cards to read. Don't. Lissad. What does Spark Double Thassa get us? Yeah, right now it's just an enchantment. Island off the top gives us Cavalier of Gales. Let's do that. Even if we could, I don't think we'd want to. If I could double Thassa, I don't know what it gets us. Yeah, sure. If we got to Devotion, it might matter. Does this matter much? Not really. That's true. Although not now. I think we're just going to blink Cavalier anyway. That's fine. Draw 3, discard, or put 2 back. Yeah, a lot of lines, that's the thing. Yeah, it comes in as a copy. And doesn't say anything about its casting cost or anything, so... Sorry. It's cube, it's tough, man, but I'll try to speed it up. Might not matter if we can't survive. We're at 12 up against quite the lineup here, with only one thing that can defend for any actual blocking. Now, yeah, it looks sweet, but this is tough. I'm going to go Spark Double on Cavalier of Gales. Ooh, Clutches is interesting. And we can bounce. I gotta make sure we know when to turn the corner ourselves, but I don't think it's yet with all this aggro. I'm gonna say, yeah, we could bounce the Grazer, but don't we just want more stuff? Suggesting to bounce the Grazer as opposed to the Cav. Yeah, that's true. I could have untapped the Cav. Good point. I gotta tighten that up. I am gonna go for some extra land here, though. Yeah, Nadir Kraken will be nice on this battlefield. We're going to brazenly borrow the Angel, or I'm going to see how Robert wants to attack before we aim this Brazen Borrower anywhere. Maybe Rufia. There's so many tough choices in cube. I'm gonna be very suboptimal. This is where, if you watch a player like a world-class player like Luis or Paulo or any of the top pros playing out a cube match like this, that's where you really see the depth of the pro brain and how many little things they can process. I've, in a sense, am just going to accept a certain level of inefficiency as I attempt to process all of the decision points in such a complicated format. But I own it. I do what I can. So I'm going to return something. Let's send back Angel, I suppose. I could send back a token, but I like clearing out the air here and starting to send in the Gales. As pointed out, if I just target the Gales with the Thassa, then I get it untapped anyway. I like Thassa on defense. And we actually have the mana to clutch. So maybe actually we steal the Angel when it comes back down next time. But let me start with an attack with the Cavalier that we want to blink, which would be the one without the counter. And I think I like... Kraken. We'll save the clutches and take the Angel. Because we lose the counter, right? Or am I missing it? Yeah, because it would come back as a 5/5. Making sure I read my own card. It would? How? Cavalier? Because it got the counter from the... oh, because it... Yeah, it does. Oh, because it is itself that card. Gotcha. I was thinking that like we made this, but you're right. It is the original Spark Double, so every time it comes back, it does the thing. So, in fact, I should be attacking with this one because it's more damage. And in fact, it could be the difference, because if I had attacked with the 6, they'd be a 2-turn clock instead. Anyway, I'm going to go... We'll keep the Borrower, or we can just do Guardian Project. I'm going to do this. Maybe that's greedy. Again, though, I'm making decisions and trying to play quickly, so I'm going to do suboptimal stuff. Hopefully it's still powerful enough to to win a game. Ooh, Realm Cloaked. You don't need that. Probably just do that. Definitely suboptimal Tron. But even more suboptimal is spending an hour and a half on each game here as I try to piece out every last bit of value. That's scary. What does this mean? Well, we're going to put Thassa on the big thing. This Cav here. This Cav here. This Kraken here. Yeah, Embercleave could do it. I could end up throwing this all away. Feels like Cleave. Let's see if we have enough defense. Embercleave is a great reason to be in red. Could be Roberts just trying to get in damage before he loses to the Cavaliers, but this sure feels like an Embercleave deck finding its card, right? I'm bracing myself, Robert. Be gentle. Yeah, I don't know, Tron. Either this is a desperation move or we're like dead. One of the two. There it is. We do what we can. Do we live, though? If we live, we might be okay here. I don't even know. Math is for people with the Ember Cleave, I think. I like the shuffle and scry here because I didn't like that anyway. Ooh, Nightpack Ambusher is interesting. I don't think we want that land. Let's take it. Not going to cast it soon. Robert says Dunzo. Maybe I just had the crackback. Sorry, Robert, I'm not trying to slow roll you. I'm just that worried about losing to you, but Robert says we had it. And that means
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
whew. All right, now I feel great. The hair is safe, and I can go 1 and 6, and we can go shopping. All right. Oh, yeah, I don't have emotes on. I'll turn them on now, Robert. Sorry. It's not my habit to have it on, but emote, emote, emote. Good game. Nice. Oops. Your go. Your go. There. I caught up for you, Robert. Thassa was pack 1, pick 1. We built around her and working out so far in game 1. Who's up next? Our Gontown. Our Gontownic. Oop, there we go. Argun Tuvnik. Do you know which syllable to emphasize? Argun Tuvnik. All right, we'll keep this. Make our splash color. And get a Cutthroat into a Tef or an Ooze into a Tef. I guess I'll go, well, with blue-white, also, you know, it can be tempting to play a Cutthroat. It has Flash, let's wait. But we don't have anything else we're going to do. I'm just going to play out the Cutthroat now into the tapped blue mana as opposed to the untapped. Unfortunately, our blue and our white are all on one land right now, so we don't have Tef anytime until we get another source of blue or another source of white, but we do have other things we can do here. Yeah, should we just play the pod and probably want to hack the Cutthroat up anyway. Could also bring Yorion to hand. I like Fiend Artisan, that seems fine. Yeah, sorry, it is Big Tef, but I mean, I just mean like we don't have any. Just realizing that we can't even cast a blue-white spell yet was my main point. All right.
The mind is a tempest that can be Hold your temper.
That's not great, but now we found we do have Tef on 5, so we can go, well, we can go Yorion, but I think we just Ooze. And next, between Tef and the Ooze next turn, if Mu Yanling makes a 4/4, we get to bounce it and get it. I don't like the Yorion here because I want Ooze to be ready to finish off Mu. Now, if Oppo here manages a counterspell, we could be in quite big trouble.
Humbled by the sky's divine power.
Ah, interesting. Brazen Borrower says, let's do it this way. Let's just... Because also it plays around... I mean, we've seen Quench, but I like that we can return the token. Now we're in good shape to finish off Mu. Okay, that's still okay. If we're willing to give up one of our creatures, we still get to take out the Planeswalker, and I think we should. And then we bring back Yorion, and then Teferi really has a better time of it. Sorry, Scavenging Ooze. I think this is worth it. Gotta put a stop to that. Patient rebuilding. They mill and draw, so that's pretty rough. Fortunately, we're pretty good at surviving mill. And I'm just gonna Tef, bounce, and hopefully we get there on the strength of our hero of Dominaria.
I'm known for my action. I'm not ready for you quite yet.
Oh yeah, I gotta actually update the record. We are 1-0. Hair safe for one more week. The gems on my account are not safe, though. Hey, Zontic, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Zontic Raiders.
Let's make this quick.
Departure. Well, let's see. We can draw with Tef and then play Yorion, or we can finale for 1, 2. We can finale for 4, so we can get like Sad Robot or yeah. I want to reset. We're definitely going to bounce Tef though. I think that's what's correct. I was considering finale stuff, but we can even Yorion and Silent Departure. This is only creature. I'm not sure we want to even send that back, but it does clear it for Brineborn getting in on Tef. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, we could go grab Thassa, but we can do that next turn too. Let's Yorion. Let's start with a plus. We might draw something else to think about.
Hold that thought.
Like a goose. Okay, so now we got Yorion, Gilded Goose. And we can do that and actually make a second food token. Yeah, Tef phases Cutthroat, but at least we make him use that mode, right? That's all I was thinking. But we can wait, too.
suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
And we'll say no attacks. It's just the way that's going to be right now. Does this matter? Not really. Yeah, but if I wasn't willing to do the move to bounce the Zealot, then I'm not attacking with the Cutthroat anyway, so that was my thinking there.
Sorry I'm late.
Ouch. Oh, does that get it from the graveyard too? Oh, and our graveyard. I love my chat reading cards for me. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're a couple mana away from being able to do that, though. That's a bit rough. Anything we can do about that? Nope. Tef still lives, though.
I'm getting too old for this.
I think we can just have some life. Does that matter? I'm going to have some life here. I don't think we're getting the goose back. We're far away from this being relevant concern. I like drawing a card here. And
No time for a break.
all right, getting there. Maybe we got to do growing rights just to look for something to cast. The other thing we can do is, yeah, because I want to save the finale. Although, got to watch out for take 2 extra turns and find some pressure. We have another turn, though, and we can also Teferi away Teferi if we really need to. So I'm going to go Growing Rights and look for something to cast here. And I like that auto tap, too. There we go. Baron can be cast right now. Cavalier, maybe better long game. But I like Baron, cast it right now. Oh, we can do Planeswalker. Yeah, let's reset Tef. I was talking with a friend about how to do some kind of fantasy sports layer for like the streamer showdowns. Tef is at 4 here. I'll go to left side so you can keep track of our Planeswalker. That's a little sad. Don't want to lose the finale, but Tef keeping us up a card a turn. I think we should be able to get there. Chupacabra. Boy. Maybe. I figured our deck is so thick, I'm not worried about losing to mill, but their constant refilling is the thing we can't beat.
not going to win this.
Bunch of terrible things to silent depart over there on the other side. I suppose I should plus Tef first.
You know what? I'm not.
Because I'm not ready to minus away the rebuilding and lose our Tef. Go. We could bounce our Lovestruck Beast and get to 3 creature tokens. It's still not 4, though, which is what you need to flip the rights. Not even that flipping rights would do much for us. Or we can just get that negated and get blown out. We're getting wrecked here, folks. Glad the hair is safe. Don't think we're winning this one at this pace, despite Big Tef. So now I feel like I do have to use Silent Departure to save Tef. And heck, I'll do it again. I know this is silly because, like, they, in a sense, have so many cards here. But I want, you know, if Tef can get to high enough loyalty, we can actually minus to get rid of the patient rebuilding and still have Tef. So that's kind of what I'm working towards. Although, honestly, what we're working towards here is losing to overwhelming card advantage. Yeah, they're at 15. Maybe we're trying to win via milling right now. True points out this is not a May. So if we just leave this out here, we can just try and play defensively until they've self-milled to death. Might be our best chance here. Yeah, maybe we don't want to, though, right? I think True's got a good line.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand. Keep an open mind.
For now. Yeah, Jace is in this cube. So they could be looking to go down to nothing and just win on Jace. But we can't really beat that. I mean, we can tuck Narset, but then we just lose Teferi to an attack from Legion Zealot. Oh yeah, reading cards is good. So unless we find something to counter, we're just not going to win. So what do we even do? I think we keep Tef alive. We're not going to draw. Well, the idea of not bouncing rebuilding was that we were trying to actually win off of it, off the self-mill. But now, I just don't think we can win. But what's the worry here is if we let Narset live while memory is in the graveyard, this supposedly mirrored effect actually says we'll only get like 1 card out of it. We get 1 card, and then the rest of them we don't draw. So like we're gonna lose to that, but we're losing to everything. Like we can't win this. This is too many cards. I should probably scoop it up for time here, but I'll move Narset out simply because truly we can't win if we let Oppo cast memory with Narset out. I'd say Oppo's deck is sweeter than ours. Oh, man. Hold on. So many buttons. Yeah, we'll take another draw. I don't see what we draw here that matters, though. Although interesting that chose not to take out Teferi. Oh, never mind. It was our turn. I saw. I was wondering why they didn't kill Tef, and now it's like, oh, I see. Yeah, because you're not even in the right turn, Ryan.
Let me know if you're up for round 2.
I am not. All right, you got it. Good game. Patient rebuilding, not something we could beat, turns out. What do you know? If your opponent ancestrals for free every turn, you lose. Good game, Arguntivnik. All right, got some tools to live and actually kind of an aggro start here. Let's go with Lovestruck Beast into Ooze into Lovestruck Beast. Well, when you let someone have patient rebuilding for 5 turns or whatever, you don't win that game. All right, keep on the plan here, though. Yeah, really, it was the memory that cost us that game. We could have won the race to the bottom. Let's see. We can bring back Nomad. I just like Druid Terramander here, though. Keep the beats on. Whatever, in my head, we're going to... In my head, we almost had you. Your silly plan doesn't change that in my brain. That's how we feel good about ourselves. Don't look closely at that loss. Just presume with a little bit of extra luck you would have won. Let's see. There's nothing to increase the ooze size right now. I guess we could depart and nomad over playing prime speaker. I think I like that. Still nothing to ooze. We can fly over with the Mander and either play the Kraken and start going wide, or play the prime speaker and start sacking up the food chain. How about Pteramander for the flying damage? And I like prime speaker, although, yeah, I like prime speaker because this also requires mana, which we're a little short on. So I'm just going to get prime speaker out and let Oppo know we are either going to start moving up the chain or they got to deal with the prime speaker. I should bring up my deck list so I understand what I have access to. I'll bring that on the other screen here. So we could sack a token and get a goose. That's actually some mana. Kind of like that. Sack, get goose, play Kraken, and and pass. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to send the Pteramander first, though. Is this? That's sorcery, so can't respond. Ooh, we can go Grazer, but we don't have lands for that. So yes, Goose it is. Oh, I'm looking at my deck, but it's the one where I cut it down closer to 40, so I don't see my whole pool. I got to look at the sideboard too, because everything is in this deck. It seems understandable, Tron. Yeah, and there's not a lot of glue holding these together, except the fact that we're running a 60-card deck in Limited. Heliod. I might have to clutch that when we get there. Magma spray on the ooze to prevent future good stuffing, future growth. But that's pretty good. We'll be able to control some stuff here. We're a little low on mana, unfortunately. We do have 1, 2, 3 mana left here. And don't know if we're going to move anything up the chain. We can move Pteramander and get a Visionary. We could do something to go get our Blink God. But yeah, I don't know about giving up the Kraken at this point in time just for that stuff. I think we keep Borrower up and send Pteramander for now. It's not the fastest clock I've ever seen, but we have some tools here. I'm just going to hold up Brazen Borrower. Nice to, with Oppo not on blue, we're not going to get countered or anything. This ongoing drain could be a problem, though. Maybe we've got to clutch. I'm trying to find mana so we can clutch something. Yeah, more good combo-rific stuff here. Keep accepting these pings, but this is what I'm hoping, that, yeah, that Doctor is looking to get Ayara pretty big, and then we can bounce her and reset her at least. Might just try to get ourselves to Realm Cloaked levels and wipe the world, too. It's another option. None of these are giants. Manglehorn. Well, that's our actual play because that helps. We can move up to something else. Could also get Yorion out here. Or even just play the Realm Cloaked. I'm going to try to get wide enough here. And send in this for now. Kraken. We could even send in the Kraken. Since this is not a good block, and if they block both, I am willing to trade. Maybe I should just wait, though. Maybe we can get bigger. Cube is hard. This hurts my head. Let's see. You may destroy, so we can play this and decline the may on our food. And we'll go get something. Thassa, Nightpack Ambusher. If we get Thassa, what are we blinking and how is it good for us? We don't really have a great blink here with Thassa. But Solemn is interesting. Solemn fixes a little bit. Spark Double or Solemn? Yeah, we'll go Solemn into cap. I like the chaining the Solemn seems good, right? And do we need the white? We don't need it with the Druid and the Goose, but I'm going to spread out the mana available anyway here. Nice. I'm going to start with Prime Speaker sacking the Solemn, see what we draw, decide what we get, go get the Cavalier, etc. And sure, we'll keep making tokens. I'll keep it like this. Should we just make endless tokens here? Is that a good plan? Get wide enough? Again, I gotta make decisions. Let's get huge value out of our Nadir Kraken and see what happens. Now we got a 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They need to basically put all creatures on the Kraken. Like, that seems fine. If they want to... I'll give up the Kraken now if they want. For all of those creatures blocking. I expect just a chump instead. Thank you, Boris. Good to see you. How you been? Obviously, Oppo getting some good life out of what they're doing here. I'm going on gut here, not on big time math, but I'm just figuring we can get wide enough to overcome the lifelink shenanigans we're seeing. Planeswalker decks. You're into Super Friends. What, yeah, steal Heliod is a cool plan. Steal something. I certainly feel like if we steal one of the key components here, we'll be in good shape. And I'm going to go ahead and Cutthroat. Although, let's see, if I Cutthroat... Right now we have one... Yeah, we have enough to steal next turn, right? Even if I Cutthroat, so I'll do it. We lose our food, that's all I'm thinking. Well, we can. We have Paradise Druid, and we also know we're drawing an island. The question is, do we want to make another token in the meantime? Because we will have one extra mana. Sure, we're not doing anything with that mana. Might as well make a token. Now, what do we want to steal? We steal Heliod. Really turns off a lot of what they're up to. So I think clutch Heliod and see how they want to respond to that. If we wanted, we could... do some life linking of our own here. Don't have the mana quite. Not a creature, so we can't sack it to a prime. But let's get on with the, again, offers of Kraken. You chump the Kraken, we send in the air. And we'll leave everything else back. And let's see, move something up the chain here. What do we got? I can move the Brineborn to a... I think we got all of our threes. Borrower, Baron, Nadir. Yeah, we don't have any threes to get. If we get a sack a 3, we can go get Night Pack Ambusher or Spark Double, but we don't have a good 3 to sack. Can't sack. Yeah, we could just we could bring in King Kong. Is that what's being suggested here? Yeah, okay, let's do that. This doesn't really matter because we're going to shuffle. But, yeah, whatever. That feels like maybe we got there. Whew, this has been a complicated day. I knew this was going to happen. My brain is breaking. How are you all doing? Cube. Maybe I decline now and we see about winning this game here. Because we can go Baron on something. Just get rid of a token. Or get rid of the Zombie Lord. Let's get rid of the Zombie Lord. That's pretty annoying. No, that just got shuffled to the top. Yeah, I could have gone with Judy, but I think we're okay. Right? I'm just swinging away. We also can make lifelink, you know. I'm not worried. I have pulled back into a slim lead at 2-1.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Goose was happy to be part of the action. Good game, Coffee. That was a lot of tricksy stuff. My brain is trying to keep up here. Stella! Do we have... Oh, looks like I might need to add a buddy. Are we already buddies? Oh. Stella around? Of course you can be my magic friend, Boris. But I'm going to switch to Nantuko if we don't have Stella. All right, Nantuko, you're up. We'll find Stella after this. All right, let's see what other brain breaky stuff we can find in this cube. This is a custom cube built by our friend David Vero. A little light on exactly what we want. I don't know if I can throw this back, though. We do have cycling on 2, and we can name green here, and have Essence Scatter on 2. Hammer says this is a snap keep. I don't think this is a snap keep, but I do think it's concerned keep. I don't know. That's weird. We'll figure it out in a minute. I could also name white here to name our splash color, but I think I'm going to go ahead and name green because we still need a second green to play that ambusher, and I do want the ambusher ASAP. Nan took my temple. The big ape is here. I'm going to hold up scatter and cycle the enchantment if we don't get something to scatter. Also took our Fibble Thip. Worth countering. Yeah, I guess so. I don't love this, but I'm going to smoke them while I got them and try to find land here. Didn't find it. I'm going to go ahead and cycle, looking for land. Found it. All right. Don't get to cast our Pteramander, but now we're one land away from Nightpack Ambusher, so that's cool. Skittles. If I find an untapped land, we do not. So, gonna go with Kraken here. Really wanted to find a basic land so that we could ambush main phase against blue, but at least we get to drop a pretty decent card here in the Kraken. This is going to be Value Town. We say, deal with it, Nan, or else we're just going to build it up. I imagine he can deal with it, but we asked the question. Good stuff for Nan to choose from. Probably takes the Ambusher or the Pteramander as immediate concerns, but maybe concerned about a lot of, you know, the two Tefs. Now let's punish him for that and immediately find a white source. Aboo. Gonna pay though. And I think we Pteramander over Nomad. We could bring the Nomad to hand. It uses our mana better, I suppose. We do have a nice attack with the Kraken as well. Let's start there. I'm going to go with maxing the mana here. Bring this to hand. You'll lose if you let this thing live. We did choose green on the Thriving Isle because I was trying to cast Nightpack Ambusher on time as the more pressing concern for me, and then that happened. All right, well, we're not going to cast, still not casting either of these. If I pay, we can't cast Yorion, but do we want to cast Yorion? I think we want to cast Ape as soon as we can. Nomad really doesn't blink much. I'm going to pay and Pteramander here. And basically what I'm trying to set up for is if we get an untapped land, next turn we get to ape the ooze, or try. Nan's playing blue, so no guarantees we're getting anything to have happen that we want. I'm also I'm willing here, I think, to send the Kraken, and if Nan wants to double block, I'll trade ooze for Kraken here and solve that problem right now if he'll make that trade. With these two behind, I like doing that. I mean, we can say, hey, don't do it because you're about to answer it naturally. First, I'm not sure this actually happens with his blue mana. And second, I'm happy to use this on something else if Nan wants to give me the sure trade right now. Thoughtseize doesn't seem like a great splash, but we don't know where he's at. Could be... Could be heavy black and just not seeing the black sources, not sure. mean, the only thing we've seen is green, and well, I guess we've seen early blue. Looks like there's early everything, so I don't know. We'll have to ask Non where he's up to with this deck. What he's thinking about color-wise. That's one of the cards we had in Pack 1, Pick 1 that I thought about trying to take. Boy, we did not find our land, so we are going to bounce token. Not super exciting. Same thing though. I think I offer the Kraken and say if you want to give up the ooze, we'll take it. And then we'll use the King Kong for something else. I guess Non can also trade Krasis. Yeah, this is still fine. I just want to set up so that our Kogla, our King Kong, starts trying to finish things off. This is fine. Lily, you say? Well, we've got nice fodder for the minus, although she gets to draw. Oh no, it's when his creatures die, sure. We really need an untapped source. I want to get King Kong going here. One-time dealer. No, says. Although we can bounce the ooze. Goose gets us to the Tef plays sooner. I guess we have to go Goose, but we could go Nomad, bounce, Baron, bounce. Yeah, bouncing ooze not great, right? But it does it undoes it long enough for us to hopefully kill it. And it's about to get big enough to beat our ape, but I guess I'm just gonna go Goose, and then we at least have like Teferi. Like, I'm willing to bounce the ooze if we can immediately follow up with killing it, you know? No reach, so I will take the little point of damage here. Ooze comes back and creates 2 threats, but if it shrinks it so that we can then kill it without losing our ape, that's not the worst for us, is my point. Or is it punch? Maybe I should read. It fights. No, it is a fight, so I got to keep that in mind. Lily comes down, and what's she gonna do? That's the question. We can handle the minus pretty easily. So she's going for zombie tokens here, or Nantuko is. Another planeswalker, come on. I don't know, I gotta read too. Oh, so many mythics to read. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Cast creature spells. Wow, that's quite a pair. Vivian casting creature spells and Oracle playing lands. That's just like non-stop value town.
I call, and Ikoria answers.
I call, and Nantuko folds. I'm always a tad whiny, mama. Come on. Even in games I'm winning, stuff happens to you you don't like, and you go, ugh. All right, we found land. Now we got to plan this darn turn. So we have 7 mana. There is a... And no, I don't like the Teferi split. This thing with reach, we might even need to, like, ape the beast so we can attack a planeswalker. That doesn't seem right either. None of this seems right to me. I don't know what to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 7, 7. You're Yorioning here, and I guess that does create for us a... yeah, we could Yorion, Blink Baron, and bounce one of these walkers. All right, let's... I wanted to do... Actually, I'm going to take a turn. I'm going to go Kogla first, because if we can Yorion Kogla, that seems amazing. Yeah, I like that. Trouble is we can't fight the ooze or we lose our ape. So... we have to go, like, Oracle might be fine. Oracle... yeah, we have one more, but, well, let me read. Yeah, it's not enough. Bounce is 2 mana, so we can't... that still doesn't help us. Just trying to figure out what to kill, whether it's the token or the Oracle. I guess given... yeah, let's take out the reach, and then we can at least do a little bit of damage here.
From your death.
And... who are we gonna... I'm gonna go at Vivian. Just because Vivian might be containable via damage at 3 loyalty, whereas we're going to need to, like, bounce and tuck to deal with Lily.
More useful in the grave.
Pretty obvious sacks for us. But mainly Lily's drawing Nan some cards here. We get to see them all because of the various shenanigans he's got going. Dungeon Geist, Polly. Nice deck. Super, super sweet deck from Nantuko. I think ours is pretty sweet too, but that's some fun stuff going on here.
We will adapt to any threat.
This is Magic being hard. A lot of different lines to think about, consider, etc. Polly fighting for 3. So Pelucranos has 1 fight ready. Fighting the Goose is interesting. Taking us off white mana, presumably, here. But I don't mind. I like getting another fight from the Ape. Probably have to fight the Geist, though. We still have Yorion. Why? I mean, we don't have our Teferi plays, but we have Yorion. You guys are worried about that we can't cast Yorion? Or you just want to cast one of our Teferis? Sure. Well, we got there. Ish. We need this, though. This works. Still don't love our spot here. But maybe now we can do... All right, let's see. So we can return a human and gain indestructible. So we need to give Gauntlet indestructible so that it can fight probably the ooze. And so we're going to fight the ooze. Wait. Yeah, maybe bouncing Pelucranos is right. Set that back. Yeah, we could also bounce the token. I guess Polly's just going to do its thing. Can't do much about that. Yeah, I like killing the token. Bounce the Dungeon Geist just lets it reset on something. Right now, it's not doing anything. I mean, it's being a flyer, but I like killing that. And then human for that. I don't know. Magic's hard. We're trying to find some way to survive here.
I'll find use for you later.
Lot to try and contain here. A lot of power on Nantuko's side that we are looking to keep in check. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. So we lose Isle. It really just kills a creature, I suppose. It's not as devastating as all that. I mean, it's enough. Like, any removal is like enough. Yeah, I mean, again, the food is whatever. The only important thing there was the ape, but it's darn important. Think this one is slipping away. Too much value from Lily. Great Sultai control deck from Nantuko. I love it.
Beauty lies in variation.
All right, Nan, you got it. Back to even. But it's been nonstop sweetness. I guess we faced one aggro deck, but it's been a lot of clever decks here. Let's see. Some suggestion that maybe I am overly friended. Oh, that's not what I want at all. Oh, that's David. Sorry. We'll get you back next time I play you, David, but this is what happens. I just gotta remove some friends. I don't know, Boris, but apparently I might be at the limit. And now we are looking for Stella. Try again on Stella. See, I'm going to take this off and then try it again, I guess. Great work. Stella, can you try and maybe unfriend me and refriend me? If you're already my friend, try taking me off of your friend list and re-adding me. I guess I'll restart the client, but come on, Arena. Go for it, Boris. I'm just going to take you off in a week anyway, though, when I need to cull my friend list to be able to play in this tournament. Glad I noticed that. Still not seeing it there, right? There we go. We got there, we got there. I only have two wins. If chat can win out, there's still a trip to the store. Away we go. Let's see what Stella is up to. Well, I guess we'll keep. We have green and blue and strategic planning to dig, and Flood of Tears for desperation. And some combo-rific stuff in the wings if we can get there. Oh, that seems like it'll be good to help us survive, but I'm going to plan here. Land, land, land! Yes, harbor, please. Yeah, don't know that the Manglehorn and the Naturalize effect are worth it. Of course, now immediately punished. I like departing it, buy some time, and then potentially even brazen borrowing again here. Stella should have played that pre-combat so that Mechagodzilla would get the the effect this turn, but I would have bounced it on the stack anyway, or, you know, with the effect on the stack, because I don't want it to get hexproof. Stella realizing that. Yeah, the Manglehorn's like, we could have had it all! Alright, let's Thassa, and then we can do some nonsense next turn, starting with the Cavalier, and hopefully eventually finding a third green source and moving right into the Ape. This, of course, assumes we find land. No guarantees. Oh, we have land. Never mind. Guaranteed land. Hand display was pushing that off the edge. Deck was like, you wanted land? Sure. Actually, I will take land at this point. I want green land, of course. This fourth island doesn't help us with the damn dirty Ape. But I think we just go Cavalier of Gales here and hope that we don't lose the ability to manage this Mecha Godzilla. Kind of like hide the Ape anyway. It's not doing anything right now. Pteramander's whatever. Sure, we'll do it like this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna but we get Gales again, so we get double Gales. That's nice. I can rethink this. Let's go... What do we need the least? Maybe we're not really doing the Flood anytime soon. We can just... I know, that's why I'm thinking, because we can shuffle here for value. If we want to stay, like, maybe we just don't like Pteramander, for example. Like, Pteramander is whatever right here. I mean, it could get big. But I kind of like these two, and then we'll order the Flood. We'll keep the Flood. And then we'll shuffle away Pteramander. You found it, though? You can look at my... there's... Let's see, what is it? Playlists? If you go to that playlist, there's a playlist called Optimizing Arena. And in my Optimizing Arena playlist, there's a video specifically on how to use the spreadsheet. Obviously, attacking Death Touch into our combo, we're going to just say no blocks here. Still can't cast this silly thing. We're gonna go Solemn those and find our Ape mana, and then maybe bounce it again and find our Splash mana. So I'm going to keep the Cavalier back on D, although it's only really blocking the Bugler. I guess I'm going to actually attack with the Cavalier. I'm not blocking the Death Touch stuff, so we're really talking about Bugler and Kitty. Maybe this is a little aggro, but I'm going to do it. Look for optimizing MTG Arena. Optimizing Arena, something with optimizing in it. All right, we did the double ramp. Can we... I got greedy with an attack. Is that going to cost me? Like... Now the hexproof there says, let's go ahead and trade for the Foulmire Knight, because we may do the Flood. Yeah, but we actually have to cash this in now. I think. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do this. Gotta watch Bastion here, draining us, etc. Night Pack Ambusher is interesting. I'm gonna play this Forest. Probably just need to fight something with the Ape, though. Really got to worry about this Bastion. So, what are we going to do to not lose to the Bastion? We could... it copies creature or planeswalker we control. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. We have 9. So, we can go... Quagla, bounce... Let's just kill stuff. But, again, this Bastion is trouble. Guess I'll kill this. Like, maybe, are we just dead with that? I don't know how I don't die is the problem. Yeah, I think you're right. I played too hastily and we needed to flood there, and now I've lost. So I screwed up. And we lose unless... Can finale for ooze, but I can't. I've already used our mana. Like, I screwed up. Screwed up. And now, Cavalier, because we have to bounce the Cavalier, trying to find an instant speed answer to the problems here. But unfortunately, our best instant speed answer is in our hand. Yeah, I didn't think it through and cost myself a chance here. But we're going to make Stella find the line and commit everything. Stella did, and we are done. Oh, we can't, Nantuko. I had a line and I missed it. This is Cube, man. Cube while streaming and talking and oh, there's so many lines. So many lines. Easy to miss them. All right. Well, I'm just trying to not give up any shopping now, I suppose. Thanks for the game, Stella. Good game. I screwed that up. I had a board reset that I didn't think I needed to use to stay alive, but instead I just said, "Here, take the game. I don't even want the chance." I'm winning the week. I'm going to win these last two, and I'm going to end my streak. That's what's going to happen. We're going to keep this on the strength of Scatter. Now we got Visionary we might do instead. No, now I'm gonna scatter because yikes. Wow, so glad I have this scatter, or the game is just over if that resolves. I'm going to take that and go ahead and play Manglehorn, at least have a threat to block the robber. All right, we're going to clutch looking for land, of course. I mean, not clutch. We're going to visionary looking for land. I saw clutch and it's got clutch in my head, but of course we want to clutches eventually. Land us, though. All right, that is what we wanted. We do have a cycle on the Forsake, which we will keep at the ready. Possibility. Fire Prophecy is going to give another attack for the robber, which is stinky for us, but we do get to cycle and hopefully start producing a decent looking board. Ugh. That is raw. No blocks. We do get to flood it all back to us, though. So maybe let Chimero play out our stuff, and then we Flood of Tears. Tears it all back to us. On that front, 5 mana doesn't do much for us here. We're going to play Garden tapped and figure out if we have enough to Guardian Project. We're probably going to Flood of Tears, though, anyway. So really, let's could really just spend the turn Yorioning. That presumes we're going to find the land we need. Octoblock. Yeah, I guess we just do this and look for a block. If you showed me the basic land on top, though, if you showed me a 6th land on top, I would just bring Yorion to hand. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed Chimero didn't, because I want our card out there to get back into our hand. Now that we know we are not drawing land, though, let's go ahead and pay. And we will go ahead and Guardian Project, I guess. Maybe we just kind of get there from here and don't need to do the Flood of Tears if we've stopped the aggro. Nothing else really to do except Fiend Artisan or Yorion. I'm going to go ahead and Guardian Project. Maybe we just manage to take over from here on card advantage. Now I'm going to risk it for all the biscuits. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it could be Cleave. Still ends up with a spot where if we find land, we just flood and reset, or clutch. Wait, I was gonna Wrath. Hold on a second here. All right, well, this is funny. I can clutch my own beast, Or we just flood all of our stuff back. I'm just going to flood it all back. Oh, that's true. We already saw Cleave. Never mind. Give me back my stuff. What about Guardian Project Fiend? And then get the value going. Maybe a little greedy, but I think we can't really cast the 5/5 anyway. Let's go. Well, we can go Guardian Project. We can do it all. I guess we can do Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, Guardian Project is too greedy. I'm just being greedy. Because we can go Beast and then still play Artisan. That felt... Putting 10 power on board felt better than looking for some card draw value. We could even clutch, potentially, just to put the real clock on. That's funny. Let's do it. Probably going well for you if you're clutching a 1/1. That wasn't BM, that was me trying to win a Magic game here. I take nothing for granted. But this should do it. The number of times I've actually pulled Yorion into hand, like about half the time maybe. All right, we've pulled it. I've protected my gems, and now I'm trying to get this streak broken. With the anchor of your event, Massapole. Yeah, it's not exactly busted in limited, so it'd be nice if... Oh, that's true, Stella. I wasn't even thinking of it. I was thinking of it as being funny, but yes, I was just actually trying to let my 5/5 attack. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Stella, for reminding me of what I was really thinking. This isn't Razor, is it? All right, come on. I want to get my streak going. Time for me to win a week. Oh, that looks fun. Need some instants for the conjecture, but we have stuff to do. I'll keep. Well, it's just visionary. Plan next turn if needed. Oh, I didn't realize we called the 7th person in the Gauntlet the Razor. Why is that? Or are you just trying to save face right now? Let's see. We can go Ooze and have something to pay to exile. We can just bring Yorion in hand right now. And then Ooze and plan next turn. I kind of like that, actually. Let's just do this now, and then we can 2-spell with Ooze and planning next turn. Oops, I got to discard, though. That maybe makes that not the best decision I've ever made. Let's see. Not doing much with Want my land. I'm just going to pitch Mirari's Conjecture.
A
But if I thought that through, I wouldn't have bothered doing that just to discard a card. Helm of the Host. Gonna get ugly pretty quickly if we don't do something about that. How about planning and then ooze? See if we can find something here. Ooh, Goose. Or Cavalier. One way to, like, if they're going to host up Archdruid, we could just try to Cavalier in the air for the win. You know, go that way. I think I'm going to do that. Just take the Cavalier. Play that next turn and see if we can't. Yeah, it'll probably fix us anyway, right? We can still play Ooze here. It all counts. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate that sub. Questing Beast we had to pass. Or we decided to pass. We shouldn't say we had to pass it. We elected to pass it. They couldn't because they needed a second copy of the Archdruid, which came after the combat phase. But this is going to get outrageous. Don't know what we can do about that, though. I guess Finale for 3, if there was something that for 3... Oh! Finale for 3, getting our Artifact Killer. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Glad I remembered this line. It's library, right? It's not in here yet. All right, just making sure. All right, now we can even consider double. Well, no, we can't double. We can't block the questing beast, but that felt important.
Leviathans, octopuses, serpents. Oh, I love them all.
Oppo ramping. All this death touch means ape needs a human before it's super awesome. But we're also close to treacherying our way through this one. Why is Agent in this cube? Why wouldn't it be in this cube? What is your... I mean, it's an excellent card, I think is the thinking. Clutches. All right, well, let's clutches now. See if we agent. Questing Beast. If we steal Ronus, we can't actually do anything with it. But it stops from attacking us for a turn. Yeah, we could just steal Thrag and then block with that. Yeah, good call. Thrag and block is nice. Throw that in front of the questing beast, no problem. Big mana from Oppo. Big mana. What's going to happen? Huge questing beast. No, don't kill us. Oh, tip the cap. We're dead. We're dead. Straight up dead-zo. I mean, we can only block with one, so we're just straight up dead. No, not even mostly. How do we win? Wow. You did it again, chat. I keep protecting my gems, but I cannot beat chat to save my life for the last month. Oh, well, I might have said historic cube, but it is, well, it is historic, right? I mean, it's all stuff on Arena, so it's all historic. Well, Mass, that was rough. I was really loving it. I was going to turn the corner. Oh my God, we had agent. I didn't steal. Did I steal anything with an agent? Kind of bummed about that. Man, our deck did some sweet stuff, but really it feels like everybody else's deck did the sweeter stuff faster. Looks like we took your growing rights. Yeah, we had all sorts of like I mean, granted we're playing a 60 card deck, but never even saw mass manipulation. Agent really didn't do anything for us. Clutches tried to. I punted away a game without flooding when I could have. So, maybe later, but I'm gonna go lick my wounds, I think. I might do... First, let's say goodbye to YouTube. Another losing week for me, but another week I kept my hair, so I'm gonna stay in good spirits about that. Thanks for hanging out for another Gauntlet, YouTube friends. We'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably having a great weekend, I hope, right? Bye.